He jumped, and as soon as the sunlight hit him, the zombie was instantly wounded on the ground. Although the recent experience had scared Will, it also helped him find a hideout. Will set a trap outside to experiment on the zombies. He took out a vial of his own blood and placed it at the building's entrance while he hid outside. Sure enough, within just 2 minutes and 30 seconds, a zombie was caught in the trap. And as soon as the trap was triggered, a live zombie was forcibly dragged out. But then, with an angry roar, a terrifying-looking zombie suddenly emerged, as if it wanted to eat Will alive right then and there. He himself could not understand why this zombie was so angry. After returning home, Will just kept busy experimenting on the zombie. He had no idea that this female zombie was actually the wife of that roaring zombie king. It was because Will captured it that the war between zombies and humans fully broke out. He was the only living human in this city, but he was shocked when he saw the head of a mannequin suddenly move. Even scarier was the fact that this mannequin, which should have been at the video store entrance, had suddenly appeared kilometers away, and no one could understand how. Will immediately pulled out his gun and aimed it at the mannequin, thinking someone had placed it there to communicate with him. But he saw no one around because in reality this was a trap set by the Zombie King for revenge, as Will had captured his wife. As Will approaches the mannequin and leans down to look at the water beneath it, the trap set by the Zombie King suddenly activates, and Will is left hanging in the air. Due to the injury on his head, he loses consciousness. When the sun is about to set, Will wakes up to the sound of his alarm clock. As soon as the sunlight fades, the terrifying zombies come out. Will pulls a knife from his waist and frantically cuts the rope tied to his legs. But as he hits the ground, the knife stabs straight into his thigh, which makes things even worse. Because the last rays of the setting sun were fading, the very next moment Will sensed something was wrong. Scary noises started coming from the dark building ahead. Just then, the Zombie King appeared and unleashed 3 bloodthirsty hunting dogs. But because of the remaining rays of the sun, they could not reach him. However, as soon as the sun sets a few minutes later, the zombie hunting dogs attack wildly. Right now, our main character has a wounded thigh. The only ray of hope between his life and death is the German Shepherd who has stayed by his side through this apocalypse. This German Shepherd is his only companion. He is his reason for living. He fears that his German Shepherd might die. "Come on, Sam." There was a pistol in the car. Will started crawling toward the car. But as the last rays of the sun began to fade, the attack of the hunting dogs intensified. Now he had little time left. Enduring the pain, he gets up and moves forward on all fours. But after a few steps, he falls to the ground again. Just then, the bloodthirsty zombie dogs pounce on him. But Will stops their attack with bullets from his gun. But then another zombie dog lunges at him. In an instant, the vicious dog's sharp teeth were about to tear his cheek when the German Shepherd arrives in time and saves him. But the worst was yet to come. The German Shepherd had been bitten by another dog in the fight, which broke Will's heart. Because only Will has the antibodies, not the German Shepherd. After returning home, Will immediately administered an antiviral injection. He picked him up, hoping the German Shepherd would be okay. He smiled, trying to reassure himself that his dear companion would recover. Suddenly, the German Shepherd's fur began to fall out. When he lifted the dog's eyelids, he saw signs of the disease in the corners of his eyes, and deadly symptoms were appearing in his mouth too. Will was heartbroken, but reality forced him to make a painful decision. And unwillingly, Will used his strong hands to choke the life out of his beloved companion. The same companion who had stayed by his side through countless lonely dark nights. He was completely broken. But at that very moment, Will discovered a strange problem. When a human infected with the virus turns into a zombie, they lack any intelligence. But still, how could they set a trap just like humans? When he looked at the passenger seat and saw no sign of Sam, Will could not take it anymore. That same night, he drove his car straight to the harbor and attacked the zombies without a second thought. Being inside the car, the zombies could not harm him, but they kept coming. They completely surrounded the car and started breaking the glass. Just then, some zombies climbed the lamppost and dropped it right onto the car. Will was trapped inside. Seeing the horde closing in, he quickly tried to get out of the car. But then, even more zombies arrived. The leader of the zombies ordered an attack on him. Before Will could do anything, the impact flipped the car over the edge, and the monster stood right before him. Now Will was just like a deer caught in a trap. Death was inching closer to him every second. But just then, a bright light appeared, as if someone was coming toward him.